This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
It was a day filled with sports and fun. We'll take you to the Hazleton Area School District's annual Field Day coming up next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Lisa Sugart, in tonight for Ken Cara. Thank you for watching FYI on Service Electric Channel 13 and in HD on Channel 513. Now on to our headlines from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Well, it's an event held each year at this time. Tonight, FYI intern Daniela Castillo takes us to Field Day for the Hazleton Area School District.
The members of the Hazleton Area High School Cougars Marching Band weren't the only ones jumping for joy yesterday. The 8th annual Track and Field Day was held at the track at Cougar Park near the high school. Events were all lined up and ready for the school district's special needs, multi-handicapped, and autistic support students.
They're still learning and doing sensory motor skills, and each of our events we have two set up. Like example, one of our stations is kickball. So the kids will play kickball, but if somebody's in a wheelchair, obviously they can't kick the ball. So we have a T-ball station set up for them, and instead of kicking, they hit the T-ball. So we adapt every event that we do here for the kids, and we just make it a fun day for everybody. It's a good thing for the Hazleton community. It's a positive thing that's going on here in Hazleton. It's a positive thing that's going on here for Hazleton Area School District and the high school. And we need to show more positive things that we do here. So it's a great day for everybody.
I have a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm having a super duper fun.
It's awesome. Everything's awesome.
As much fun as the kids were having, they weren't the only ones benefiting from the festivities.
I came out here to help the developmental kids because it's great to work with kids that have autism and they can't do certain things, so they need that excitement. I have a brother that has autism, so it just makes me feel good to come out here and help them.
So my brother, he's 16 years old. He goes here to Hazleton, and he has Cri-du-chat syndrome, and he's participating in the Special Olympics. And I just thought it'd be a great way to just get involved with more kids like him, and just to help out, and just seeing the smiles on their faces is just, it's not something like that you can see everywhere. And it's just nice to be with them.
Whether you had a family member involved in the events or were a Hazleton Area High School athlete volunteering your time, the atmosphere out on the track allowed everyone to embrace their differences and support one another.
Today has been filled with events, smiles, and a whole lot of ribbons, because here, everyone is a winner. Reporting for FYI, I am Daniela Castillo.
Nice job, Daniela. Another major event is taking place right now at the track at Cougar Park. It is the annual Relay for Life, sponsored by the Greater Hazleton unit of the American Cancer Society. The opening ceremonies are at 6 o'clock tonight, with Relay continuing through noon tomorrow. Tonight features the Luminaria ceremony at 9 p.m., followed by the Survivor celebration at 10 p.m. The public is invited to come out, and donations will of course be accepted to help find a cure for cancer. For more information, you can go to relayforlife.org, PA Greater Hazleton. Well, today is also First Friday in downtown Hazleton. Come out and enjoy a variety of events, from art exhibits to the city's first ever wine and chocolate walk. There's great entertainment, a planting party for kids at the Pocket Park, and so much more. Check out the complete schedule at downtownhazleton.org. In other news, saying that an investment in infrastructure is an investment in the people of Luzerne County, State Senator John Udechak praised an $83 million road project currently underway in our area. PennDOT Secretary Leslie Richards joined the senator and other officials yesterday to explain the South Valley Parkway project in Hanover Township.
That's the first new capacity project in the South Valley since 1956. My father actually worked as a laborer on the John S. Fine Bridge back in 1956 when he came back from the Korean War. And today, we're going to stand in a construction zone, $84 million. What that means to the economy of the South Valley, Wilkes-Barre, Hanover Township, Nanticoke, and Newport Township, tying those economies together, tying it to the 81 corridor, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, the ports of Philadelphia, Newark. We can become the epicenter of economic development in the eastern United States. We can be where goods are moved throughout the eastern United States, right here in Greater Hazleton, and Greater Nanticoke, Greater Wilkes-Barre, Greater Pittston. We can become the logistical center of the universe.
The project includes 6 roundabouts to improve traffic flow and safety for pedestrians. It will also create a 2-lane road between Hanover Township and Nanticoke. The project is expected to be completed in 2019. Well, 2 high schools in our area held commencement exercises last night. Hundreds gathered at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Shenandoah to see members of the class of 2016 graduate from Shenandoah Valley High School. 62 students received their diplomas as proud family and friends looked on. Meanwhile, there was also pomp and circumstance as 139 members of the class of 2016 for North Schuylkill High School also received their diplomas last night. Commencement exercises were held at Spartan Stadium before a very nice crowd. You can read more about both ceremonies in today's Standard Speaker and, of course, at standardspeaker.com. We say congratulations to the graduates of both schools from everyone here at FYI. Well, tomorrow marks the Community Services for Sight's 2nd annual trail run. It will include a 5 and 10K run through Nescopec State Park. Registration begins at 8 a.m. The kids can take part in a fun run at 8:30. The trail run then starts at 9. There will be awards for different age groups, plus refreshments and post-race raffles. For more information, you can visit communityservicesforsight.org. And if baseball is your thing, check out the newest episode of The Girls. Tonight, Janine and Deb hit it out of the park as they take a swing at Valley West Little League with the team that bears our name, the Samsung Productions team. Don't miss the fun as the girls take you out to the ball game tonight at 9 o'clock on SSPTV and on SSPTV.com. Still ahead, 2 local lawmakers react to a major merger for the coal mining industry. Plus, Kenny Kara's ready and waiting for the biggest soccer tournament since the World Cup. Stay tuned as he gets the details from 2 men in the know.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, summer is just around the corner, and so are the parties and outdoor gatherings. So let Sand Springs Country Club and Drums bring their delicious homemade food to you. With a variety of menus, they offer the perfect solution to your next event. Sand Springs offers off-site catering and delivery, in addition to catering events at their various clubhouse venues. For details, or if you'd like to make arrangements to have your event catered, you can call Sand Springs at 570-788-5845, or you can also go to sandspringsgolf.com. Well, yesterday we told you about the merger involving 2 coal companies from our area. Hazleton Shaft Corporation merged with Coal Contractors, which is under the helm of Atlantic Carbon. 2 lawmakers from our area believe the merger will have a positive impact on this area and beyond.
It's exciting news. It's job creation, it's environmental protection, it's doing it right, doing coal mining the 21st century way. That's what Atlantic Carbon is about. I'm also pleased that, the merger with Hazleton Shaft, not only were they mining in the area, they are also extinguishing the Jeansville mine fire. That will continue and actually will expedite the process because of the investment of over $20 million in new equipment. That mine fire will be extinguished a lot quicker. So this is all good in terms of jobs and environmental protection here in Greater Hazleton.
And how important of a role does the coal industry play, not only for Pennsylvania, but for our entire nation?
Pennsylvania is still a coal state. It's diminished in terms of electric generation, and that's a good thing. We're reducing the carbon footprint, but coal can be many things, and Atlantic Carbon is proving that. It can be used in filtration, in steel manufacturing, in silicon manufacturing. So the 21st century coal, we have to change people's idea about coal, and Atlantic Carbon is doing that. They're showing that you can have 21st century mining technology, that we can have 21st century applications for our anthracite coal, and they're proving it. They've become the largest anthracite producer in the country.
Atlantic Coal taking over Hazleton Shaft will mean an expansion of jobs and opportunities here in the area. but also an opportunity to reclaim the abandoned mine lands that we live with here, and it's land that can't be developed. By reclaiming the mine lands, and by again bringing the coal industry back here and continuing is the only way really that we can reclaim the abandoned mine lands, because they need to bring the land back into beneficial use again, so that it can be expanded, and it's an economic development project. So it's a big project here. It's great for our economy, and anthracite coal right now is a commodity that is needed and wanted around the world. China can't get enough anthracite coal. Problem is, we have an administration that would like to put the coal companies out of business. And that's what we need to fight, especially here in northeastern Pennsylvania, where it's a vital piece of our future economy.
You can learn more about that merger on a brand new Sam Lassant show tonight at 7 p.m. right here on SSPTV and SSPTV.com.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
Well, it's Friday. Hopefully the weather will cooperate for all of the weekend plans, including First Friday in downtown Hazleton. Here's our latest forecast from the National Weather Service. For your Friday night, mostly cloudy. There is a chance of showers, our low getting down to 59 degrees. Looking ahead to the 4-day outlook, Saturday looks pretty good. Partly cloudy skies. It will warm up with a high of 78 degrees. There's a chance of scattered storms at night, our overnight low 63. For Sunday, keep the umbrella handy. The forecast calls for scattered storms, temperature getting up to around 74 degrees and an overnight low of 58. Then as we head back to work on Monday, the temperatures continue to cool off. A partly cloudy Monday with a high of 73, 56 degrees at night. Then for Tuesday, the sunshine returns, mostly sunny day, but even cooler. Our high only 71 degrees and the overnight low getting down to 52 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
Time now for your winning Pennsylvania midday winning lottery numbers. Pick 2, 72, pick 3, 282, pick 4, 0200, and the pick 5 is 05378. Good luck if you played. Hopefully you'll be taking some money home for the weekend. And right now it is Friday, and of course that means only one thing. It is time for everyone's favorite segment right here on FYI. From the Hazleton Animal Shelter, here's Adopt Me.
Hello again. Here I have with me Luna. Luna is an approximately 1-year-old cockapoo mix. Like all of our dogs, she's already altered, current on her vaccines, and has been tested for heartworm and Lyme disease and has come up negative for both. Luna was adopted and unfortunately returned to our shelter because the dog in the home to which she went did not care for her presence. Luna, however, is very good with other dogs and is actually instantly submissive with others. Luna has a lot of energy and she's equal parts affectionate and playful. We think she'd do well with somebody who has experience with dogs and possibly first-timers as well. Despite the fact that her first adoption didn't work out on account of the other dog, we're still willing to give her a chance to go into a home with other dogs, seeing as how submissive and friendly she is. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Mr. Kit. Mr. Kit is a newer addition to our male colony. And as you can see, he's very affectionate and loves to be held. He also gets along very well with the other cats, so we recommend him for a household where he has some other cats to play with. Mr. Kit is very young, only about 7 or 8 months old. He's already neutered, current on all of his vaccines, including the rabies and distemper, and has been tested for feline leukemia and FIV, and has come up negative for both. That's it for this week's animals. If anybody at home is interested in adopting Luna, Mr. Kit here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazleton Animal Shelter at 101 North Poplar Street.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
Well, racing returns to Long Pond this weekend. Tonight it's the ARCA race, followed by the inaugural running of the NASCAR Xfinity Series race tomorrow. Then, of course, on Sunday, get ready for the Exalta We Paint Winners 400 Sprint Cup Series. For this weekend's complete racing schedule, log on to PoconoRaceway.com. Kenny will be talking with Dino Alberto next week to break down the results from the big racing weekend at Pocono Raceway. Elsewhere, some are calling it the biggest soccer tournament to hit the United States since the 1994 World Cup. The Copa America starts tonight with the United States taking on Colombia. Ken Cara has our preview from 2014 World Cup hotspot Sammy's Bar on 2nd Street in Hazleton.
Extremely biased U.S. fan, Ken Cara, but I'm joined by two very great soccer minds, Jesse Shadle, head coach at Penn State Hazleton for the men's and women's team, and Sammy Atea, who owns this establishment, but longtime soccer referee, coach, and also played professionally in Egypt. This is the Championship of the Americas. So South American nations usually hold this tournament. They invite some guest teams. This time it's being held in the United States. Guest teams like United States, Mexico, and Costa Rica. Jesse, I wanted to ask you another question. You mentioned the young talent. Christian Pulisic from Hershey, Pennsylvania. The kid right there got his first international goal over the weekend. He's one of those young guns right now for the U.S., along with Jossie Zardes, DeAndre Yedlin, Darlington Nagbe, and Bobby Wood.
I mean, Christian Pulisic has come in and just kind of taken Borussia Dortmund by storm. 17 years young and scoring goals for them over there, and now he's come in and he's stepping up for the national team as well. So along with those guys like Nagbe, it's going to be an exciting summer.
You get to see some soccer players in their college careers, so younger people, when you look at Pulisic, I mean, you just stand there and say, wow, this kid's only, 17 years old.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I had that much talent when I was 17 years old, I probably would be doing the same thing he'd be doing.
You wouldn't be sitting here in Sammy's Bar talking with us right now?
I might be, but definitely a different route.
And you were a professional soccer player as well. How much does it really help when you were a young guy, maybe going up against someone who's so much better than you, getting that experience? If a Christian Pulisic goes up against a Messi, how much did that help you going against some guys who are maybe out of your class to start with?
It make you feel like play more than your level. You want to be like stronger. Usually when you play with somebody better than you want to do your very, very best, which means great. So you actually show more than you got, like you get it all out.
So we can see some emerging stars, you think, from the U.S. this year. I think it'll push them.
Absolutely, yep.
Jesse, let's talk about the group the U.S. is in. This is a tough group. You have Colombia coming in with James Rodriguez. They were in the quarterfinals at the World Cup. So was Costa Rica. Probably the best showing from CONCACAF. Costa Rica at the last World Cup. They made it that far. And then the other team, Paraguay. So how does the U.S. get out of the group? Do they have to knock off Colombia this Friday? I mean, how do you see, can they get out of the group, and how do you think they can get out?
Well, I believe they can get out of the group, and the first game is obviously so important to come out and set the tone for the entire tournament. If they don't take at least a point in the first game, it's going to make it very difficult for them. So 3 points is obviously the best, but 1 point or bust.
Jesse, last thing, who else are you looking forward to seeing? I'm really excited about James Rodriguez. I haven't seen him since the last World Cup, really. I'd like to see him in action.
Well, as a Manchester United fan, I'm going to side here with Chicharito. Kind of sad we let him go, but I'm excited to see what he's going to come out and do. It's tough for me to also say that, being a U.S. supporter and Chicharito playing for the Mexican national team. But he's got such fire and flair, and he scores that dramatic goal. So I'm excited to see how he handles this summer.
That could be big too, and I didn't even mention Mexico, but obviously there's a lot of Mexican people living in the Hazleton area, and this is a very good team. They had a good showing at the last World Cup as well. They might come out as the best CONCACAF team in this tournament as well. Well, guess what? We're going to have these guys on throughout the tournament, giving us some analysis as the U.S. moves on. That's the Copa America Centenario.
All right, thanks, Kenny. And now it's time for our other favorite sports guru guy, Short Shots with Ron Marchetti.
First Friday in June. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Short Shots. Golden State drew first blood last night by winning Game 1 of the NBA Finals, but I'm still picking Cleveland to win their first championship in any sport since 1964, 52 years ago. The Warriors bench was sensational last night. Let's recap the week. On Tuesday evening in Edwardsville, the Hazel area girls softball team won its 20th straight game after an opening season loss. They're 20-1, but number 20 was the district championship. It was the Lady Cougars' 4th straight district crown win over Williamsport. Celine Podlesny scattered 5 hits while pitching a complete game shutout 2-0. Dale's Darlings will play again on Monday. Congrats to the Lady Cougars. And ditto that to the Marian Catholic boys. The Colts defeated Tri-Valley 7-0 to capture the District 11 Single A Championship at Pottsville behind Joe Nahas's 1-hit shutout while striking out 13. Marion is 19-4 and still going. They also will play on Monday. Hazelton area's Kayla Merkel won a silver medal in the Class 3A javelin competition at Shippensburg University. Merkel's state runner-up finish was the highest for any Hazelton High athlete at the state since Julia Franzosa won the state championship in 2012. Dawn Mazzoline of Marion also won a state medal, placing 8th in the 800-meter run. What else? The Golden State Warriors came back from a 3-1 deficit to defeat Oklahoma City to reach the NBA Finals. They lead the Cleveland Cavaliers 1-0 after last night's win on Sunday. A 66-1 long shot. A rookie, Alexander Ross, pulled off a stunning upset in the 100th running of the Indy 500 before 350,000 at the greatest spectacle in racing. Rossi's car ran out of gas as it was passing the checkered flag, and his Honda had to be towed to the victory celebration. Mookie Betts of the Red Sox hit 3 home runs against the Orioles on Tuesday, and then hit 2 more dingers the following night. The leading scorer in the NHL when the Philadelphia Flyers won the Stanley Cup in 1974 and 1975 was Rick McLish. McLish, who was a leader on the Broad Street Bullies in the 1970s, died this week at the age of 66. And also, Bobby Williams, former quarterback of Notre Dame, who guided the Fighting Irish to the national championship in 1949, died this week at the age of 86. I'm finished till Monday. Be a good sport and stay loose.
Be happy, it's Friday, and go to Bottlenecks for half-price happy hour starting at 6 p.m. They have live music and half-price appetizers.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the MPB Community Players will be presenting their 8th annual variety show for 2 shows only, June 4th and 5th at Catholic Social Services in Hazelton. The new venue will host the shows at 7 p.m. on the 4th and 2 p.m. on the 5th. The production features music, dance, theater, and comedy, and will have a summertime flair. Over 40 performers will be involved in the performance. Seating is limited, so reservations are recommended. For info, call 570-454-0178. Our next announcement, Lehigh Valley Health Network will be holding a free hands-only CPR class for the community June 10th at 5:30. The class will be held at Health and Wellness Center and is open to anyone 13 and up. For info or to register, 570-501-6600. Next announcement, Holy Rosary Parish of Hazelton will be hosting a free community luncheon Saturday, June 11th from 10:30 a.m. to noon at Catholic Social Services. Catholic Social Services is located at 214 West Walnut Street, and all are welcome to attend. The parish would like to thank the Hazelton Rotary and the Weinberg Regional Food Bank. And finally, tickets for the Shenandoah Sesquicentennial Dinner Dance to be held from 6 to 11 p.m. June 25th at the Columbia Hose Company are now available at Downtown Shenandoah Incorporated. All are welcome to attend this event, and for info, just call 570-462-2060. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Joseph X. Belushko, formerly of Hazelton. Funeral is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Holy Rosary Catholic Church. Friends may call Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the funeral home.
And finally on this Friday, today happens to be a holiday for all you sugar lovers out there. It's National Donut Day. As good as getting a Krispy Kreme complimentary donut might be, many might overlook the history behind the day. The day was originally established in 1938 by the Salvation Army when people gave World War I soldiers donuts, which then created much popularity for the item. Krispy Kreme and other donut shops encourage people today to donate to the Salvation Army while enjoying their fresh and tasty treats. Sounds like a good idea to me. And I hope you have a great weekend tonight.